life. Then I went to UCLA. I went there to do a research fellowship. Singapore government gave me, was it 300,000 or 400 Singapore dollars thousand to study bloating, the effect of bloating in the brain. See how they wasted money on me? Bloating, but fMRI brain. So Professor Emerald Mayer, if you have one of the popular guys that actually wrote the Brain Gut Connections book, very popular. If you want to read his book, it's on Amazon. And then he also wrote the brain immunology paper. When I was there, I was very busy though because I was still writing the book. But again, I have a great time in California. So if you want to ever thinking about going to America, I will choose California because really nice weather. I know why people sing about California when I was there, because I'm also singing about California every morning, having good weather. But to be honest, my greatest teacher who pushed me to become a neurogastroenterologist are really the patients. That's why I said that they are the one that suffer a lot. They are the one that I really feel like I want to help them, because they were just they were just sufferings, and I like a challenge in a way. Hard to see it, but I do like a challenge, and they teach me a lot. But my wife also teach me a lot. Well, I was told not to talk about wife jokes. I will not give a wife joke today. This guy came up just now, isn't it? He said a lot of things. He also said this: the good physician treats the disease. The great physician treats the patient who has the disease. Somehow a lot of his stuff follow up with him. So what is the core of neurogastroenterology that I like? You can't be a neurogastroenterologist and don't like human. You can be a radiologist and don't like human, but you can't be a neurogastroenterologist and don't like human. Why? Because it's all about, the disease part is very easy. You know about overlap disease, the kind of drugs. If you ask someone to study all the guidelines for DGBI, they can finish it in one day. But all of us here know that all the patients are different. There's a story behind everyone. You really need to know what is going on, and build a connection with the patient before you can actually help them. And that is, I guess, the main important thing if you really want to become a neurogastroenterologist. But I can tell you that this is the most rewarding job. I wouldn't choose other jobs, because if you always say, if someone have now I'm going to teach the hepatologist. If someone have a liver failure, suffer for about 1 or 2 weeks, they change their liver, then patient become better, you save them for about a few months. But if someone suffer from constipation for 10 years, and you save them, you help them to poop, and you save them for 10 years. Or someone who have chronic diarrhea, have not gone out of their home, never gone out of the country, never gone out of a restaurant to eat for 4 or 5 years, and you help them. They'll forever, whenever they go to the toilet and wherever they eat, they'll think about you inside the toilet as well as in the restaurant. So that actually, we heard a lot of talks. The key thing is in Asia, there are still a lot of tools that we don't have, But there are things that you have. There's you. You're human. You understand your patient and you're willing to listen to your patients. That is actually, enough. And there's no super test, there's no super drug, which is not true because we have a lot of drugs sponsored. There are a lot of very good drugs. Remember, we use a lot of drugs. And also a lot of tests also because there are a lot of sponsors there as well. But the truth is, you are the answers. If you are not willing to listen, then neurogastro is not for you. But if you enjoy neurogastroenterology, it will be the best job ever. Unfortunately, now back to reality again. It's not easy to become a neurogastroenterologist. We don't have the time. We don't have the foundation for medical training. Not like Americas and in Europe, they have a lot of help when it comes to institutions helping. In Asia, you're on your own. Just like I was on my own. That's why I say the classical Asian way, which means there's no help. You do everything by yourself. You seek your help. You, for example, Professor Key just now said that he happened to have the step 3, happened to have, not very people have step 3, and happened to be offered. And obviously, he has to be a brilliant guy for someone who just offered you. So you have to step forward first. It's not going to happen. And that's a lot of us, you have to help yourself before someone will help you. The foundation in country, whether and the problem is in medical school, how many of you really study IBS? It's probably the last page, or last few things that you flip or even not taught. Because it's not going to be tested. Why? Because your tester don't know how to treat IBS anyway, so he cannot test you. Even when I was when I told my boss in gastroenterology that I want to become an IBS specialist, they said, no, probably going to do ERCP. No, you're going to change to IBD and some other thing. No. Along the way, people are telling me that because it is not something that is sort of like popular or cool or earn a lot of money in the division. Until now I still haven't. It's still difficult to find like a successor or someone who will be interested because you need to be a certain personality. I'm looking at all the faculties here. Be a weird personality or really, who like to listen to the patients complaining or to understand their suffering. And this is the advanced training, that hopefully, for example, if you are lucky enough, for example, in Thailand, show us later that they do have some sort of good fellowships. And a lot of us have to go to, for example, to Mayo Clinic, for example, have to go to southern places to actually learn more about gastroenterology. But this is what we hope that we can change from today, not from today. A lot of us are trying to change or improve the educations of DGBI in Asia. For example, tomorrow we will be, the faculty will be discussing about this topic, discussing about what is happening in each country. For example, among the public, in medical, among the doctors training, and how to improve DGBI education. That's why we are here. Why we are doing this foundation course, here today, because we think that these are the majority of patients that you are seeing every day. And if you learn even just a bit more about this topic, it will save you time in your clinic and it will help a lot more patients rather than early liver transplant. But anyway, and it will be, if you even like it, we have associations, for example, the Asian Neurogastroenterology Association, and other things that we're trying to do more for Asians. Try to do more. Instead of foundation course, for example, we have a conference every year, every other year. There's a Federation Neurogastroenterology one. Then also we have, for example, a master course in Korea. So these are the formal things that we have. But we hope to do more. So in Asia, we hope that, next time, that this will be more ideal path that you can follow from medical school to medicine, to gastro fellow, to neurogastro fellow, that you don't need to go to, for example, Mayo Clinic or go to UCLA or other places, in America or in Europe to follow your study. But we offer, for example, in Asia's centers that you can, attend or go, and you can become specialized in neurogastro and also general CBT. And that is what we think. If you are interested in neurogastroenterology, come and approach us. We'll try to help you. Although we don't have a formal teaching, a lot of us actually have training centers that can accommodate fellows. That's me happening in Thailand.